What if you have a dream or, I don't know, a vision for your life, something that you really want to create, and for some reason it just doesn't happen? You see that your past programming, and all these patterns, they are still like so deeply ingrained in you. They outrun all of that you say that you consciously want to create. What do you do? Well, I've come to the realization that there are certain things that are not given to us because we're not yet ready. We're not yet ready for them. And if we receive them, like before we're ready, we're actually gonna hurt and injure ourselves in a grand way. Let me give an example. Like, for example, I think it was in the beginning of this year. I believe so. It just feels like this year or last year. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying, "Oh, Luminita, maybe it's time for you, to be more out there, to be more present on social media. Why don't you start doing this live? I don't even know how they call them. To be live on Facebook, for example." And I was terrified because. For a long time, I had this like inability, because imagine when you're front of camera, you're being seen, or when you speak, when you like. I remember like when I recorded the 15 things you should have to be happy, just that meditation. Oh my god, it took me forever, because, and I didn't realize at the time, but I was terrified, terrified of speaking my truth. Like in writing, it was easier because it was just writing. You could not hear me, you could not see me, so in a way, I was not yet fully there. Uh, and then you say, okay, do that. And I was terrified. Of showing my face, of hearing my voice, of being there and being seen. And I remember like doing it, but it was like not necessary because it was time, because I was ready, because it all like everything fell into place, because it's something I have to do. And there was like so much fear. And I remember I did, I don't know, a couple of times. And it was like, I just feel like so out of like place, and I just like, I'm not doing this because it doesn't feel natural at all. So I stopped. And the interesting thing is that now that the year is coming to an end, like you're seeing this video, you began seeing that I started like creating this video, and they just happened like that. I mean, I never intended like, okay, let me start creating video. No, it just happened, and I felt like I did it work, and something I call it like I would like to think that it's divine grace. Maybe you don't like this word, but for me it's like it's the first time that it happened, and I'm conscious of it, that things just align, and I felt I just showed up, and I felt like it didn't guide us. Go and do that, and I like play the start to play the press the play button, and I just go, and I'm like, whoa, when did this happen? And it wasn't something that I did consciously, and it just remember like in the beginning of the year, last year, I tried to do it, and it wasn't yet the time wasn't right, and I was like actually injuring myself, and the result was I would look at it as like, oh, this is hideous, I don't like this, no, I don't want to do it, so it wasn't right. And I feel like there are things in life that we're not yet ready for them. I mean, we might want them. I mean, every cell in our body is like, for example, maybe you want a lovely relationship, right? And you say, oh, I want a partner, I'm ready for a partner. But then like if you're dating or people come your way, they're just like, no matter how hard you try, it's just this friction. Is like the words that come out of your mouth, and your reactions and your behavior, they're just like in conflict. And if they feel like they contradict everything that you say that you want, like you say you want to be loving, but you're not, you're anything but loving. And you're asking, hey, why is that? So I honestly believe that we should come to terms with this and make peace that there are certain things that we're not aware about ourselves, and just humble ourselves and just trust that there is an invisible hand that is helping us. And to, it's not like I so often I say like, okay, the this loving intelligence that creating the eyes, of course it sees. It created my mouth, of course it speaks. It created my ears, of course it hears. So it's not like God or source, or you're right, it's death, or like can't hear, or just wants to hurt you. No, it's like will punish you, like in delay. I think it's something that it's for my high and my greatest good. So like for example, if you want something, if you want a loving relation, or dream that's not yet coming to fruition, it's like ask yourself, am I ready? Like truly, am I ready? And how can I shift if things are not coming? How can I work on myself? How can I better myself? All right, how can I become a better person and live my life not in wait, constantly waiting for something to happen and thinking that my life is always out there and never here where I am. But how can I enjoy my presence? How can I enjoy my life? How can I enjoy the things that I do and just do them with more love, and trusting that, hey, what I need at the right time will come. That perfect, that loving relationship, that loving partner will come. My dreams eventually will fall into place. And not to think that unless I don't have those things, I'm not gonna be happy. And I guess it takes a lot of strength and courage and humility and patience. And if you don't have it, I mean, you're gonna gain it from all this. But I guess it's important to just, when as you're working towards this, to just do your best to be fully present and kind and compassionate to yourself, and not think that, hey, I'm flawed because I want something and I just feel like I'm sabotaging myself. I mean, there are programs, patterns, right, that maybe they're surface, but not to hurt you. So how can I walk through them, not like be scared of them? And like I shared with my sister, I was watching this beautiful TV series yesterday. It was something like, fear is a sign that not that you deserve less, but that you deserve more. So when fear comes, like, not to think, oh, that's it, it's over for me. No, it's not over. It's just a sign that you're growing and you're going through something, right? Your muscles, if there's pain, right, your muscles are growing and you become more patient, more humble, more loving, more depth. I often say that I swim in deep waters. I not in shallow waters. So what if right now life is teaching you and it's calling, hey, come swim in deep waters, because that's where your treasure is. That's where you will find, first of all, yourself, and that's where you will eventually come out and be so transformed that you reach a place that you no longer need. If your mind tells you, I need those things in order to reach a certain state of mind and of being, in order to be happy, in order to feel love. What if, you going through this journey, you become everything you thought you needed the outside world to give you in order to feel that way. And when you get to that place, everything will fall into place. And the people that will come into your life will not be to fill a void, but just to enjoy life with you, and just for you to share your presence and your experiences and all your knowledge and your expertise with, and just to have fun, and not to burden them and think that, oh, I need you, because if I don't have you or this thing or that, I'm doomed and I'm worthless and I have no value. So yeah, these are just some thoughts that came to my mind and I wanted to share with you. And no matter what you're going through and no matter what you're waiting on, I hope you just take the time to, just be present with yourself and just realize that there's nothing lacking. Like, there's nothing lacking. And just the idea that, the thoughts that tell you that these are the things that you are actually working through, to release and to let go, and to come face to face with yourself and realize that you're always whole and perfect, and the love and all the peace you need already within you. And then to go with that energy and that beautiful presence within outside in the world, and just have fun and enjoy life. Yes, love you guys.